So Charles Leclerc was leading the race when he was forced to retire due to engine failure, just 2 races after a similar setback in Barcelona, while Carlos Sainz reported a brake-by-wire failure after going down an escape road, with the team later clarifying that it was a hydraulic issue. Haas driver Kevin Magnussen also retired with an engine failure, the latest in a string of problems for Ferrari's customer teams, as did Alfa Romeo's Zhou Guanyu. Now, Ferrari's team principal, Matteo Binotto, stated shortly after the race that it was too early to speculate on what happened or whether retirements were related to previous issues. We still need to analyse and understand. I think you can at the 2 cars, they had different problems. With Carlos, now we'll look at the hydraulic system and hopefully we'll identify it. On Charles, a different one, certainly engine related. I think it's quite obvious by the smoke. Is that something we had in the past? I don't think so, but maybe yes, and we do look as well as what happened to our customer teams. But I don't think only with the telemetry data we can have a clear answer to the problem. The components will be shipped back to Maranello and, as usual, disassemble and try to understand and to fix them as soon as possible. Is it something which is down to quality, reliability, whatever else, usage? I don't know yet, but I think it's no doubt that when you've got so many reliability problems, there is a concern. I know that in terms of performance effort, the redesign of the full power unit, we made a fantastic job. But that means as well that overall, in terms of product, there is still very little experience, and certainly I think in terms of reliability, still there is progress which is required. Now, Binotto felt the team made the right strategy decisions prior to Leclerc's engine failure, as the monogas was brought in under an early virtual safety car while both Red Bull drivers stayed out, giving him a comfortable lead when the RB18 stopped. Despite a tyre offset of approximately 9 laps by the time both Red Bulls pitted, Binotto added that he believed Leclerc could win due to low tyre degradation on the hard tyre. I think that the team has been very reactive at the time of the VSC. We call Charles in because he was very close to the pit entry. We've been very sharp. I think that the drivers reacted very well, and we had somehow, I think, an advantage at the stage. Indeed, it was still a very long race. We needed to manage the tyres to the end. The tyre degradation on the hard was what we saw very little. So if we could have made the hard survive, it would have been the right call, but obviously we don't have the answer to that. We'll get the numbers, and I'm pretty sure everybody will have a look at it to have a forecast of how the race would have finished, but we felt very strong, certainly in the lead with a strong tyre, and Charles was very happy with the car behaviour. Binotto said he wasn't surprised by the team's reliability issues after a massive effort over the winter to upgrade the power unit in an attempt to close the gap to last year's pacesetters, Red Bull and Mercedes. I'm not surprised and certainly concerned and somehow disappointed, because I think it's something that we need to try to fix, and we didn't yet. But I cannot blame the team, because I know the effort they've put in to address the performance from the past. I know it's a long journey, and we didn't get enthusiastic at the start of the season. As I said, it's a journey which we're on, and there's still another step which is required right now. I think as a team, again, we will stay united, work hard. We've been capable of doing a proper job so far. We know that the job is not finished, but we will do it. I'd rather prefer to have a good performance and try to fix reliability rather than vice versa. Binotto went on to say that the team's biggest concern is that it doesn't yet have a definitive solution to the root causes of the ongoing power unit reliability issues. It's a concern. It's even more a concern because I do not have the answer, and I would like to have one right now and know what was the problem. Only the fact that we will need to fit another new engine, yeah, it's a fact. It's very early in the season. Sometimes the problems you may have are not a short fix, so I don't know what will be the strategy we need to adopt, if it's simply shorter mileage or a different type of usage or a short fix, because whatever has happened is really a short fix solution. So something that I think we'll understand in the next days, and hopefully we'll have a clearer answer by the time we're in Canada. The team boss downplayed the suggestion that the team has to win in Montreal next weekend in order to get its title campaign back on track. I don't think that it's a must win at all. We will be focused race by race, try to optimise our potential on the weekend. Today certainly something went wrong, and it's not only the reliability, we need to look at all the details. But when back at the factory, I think as usual, it's lesson learned, try to understand, move forward, and try to do it as soon as possible, and making sure that whatever we're doing is making the product stronger. So, Max Verstappen clinched victory in Baku after beating teammate Sergio Perez courtesy of a team order. Leclerc had led the race after pitting ahead of both Red Bulls under a virtual safety car, and when Verstappen pitted, he faced a 13-second deficit to the Ferrari driver. But speaking after the race, the Dutch driver was confident he had the pace to pass Leclerc before the monogas forced retirement. I think today we had an incredible pace in the car, we could really look after the tyres and we could chip away at it past for the lead. But then of course also maybe a tiny bit lucky because with the retirement. But I think nevertheless our car was really good today, so I could have closed that gap. Then of course you have a race on your hands. But overall, yeah, really happy with how the balance of the car was today. Verstappen also said that after struggling to match Perez over a single lap in qualifying and practice, he found a better setup and tyre performance with his Red Bull in race trim, which he said was critical to his victory charge. I don't know, just tyre behaviour together with just general grip of course, of the car. And that's what you need around here, that you can look after your tyres. So at the end to have a 1-2 as a team as well, it was a really good day for us. Now, Verstappen has recorded his 25th career Formula 1 win, and coupled with Leclerc's DNF, he now leads the World Drivers' Championship by 21 points from Red Bull teammate Perez, the Mexican moving up to second. Red Bull extended its lead in the F1 World Constructors standing to 80 points over Ferrari after taking the maximum points haul in Baku with a 1-2 and Perez clinching the bonus point for the fastest lap. But while Charles Leclerc's engine blowout is the most heartbreaking moment, Carlos Sainz may be the most frustrated. The Spaniard admits that his latest retirement at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix has exacerbated his problem of failing to gain momentum in the 2022 season. Other difficulties for Sainz this year have included difficulties in adapting to the car in the same way that teammate Charles Leclerc has, as well as some crashes. But despite previously affecting Leclerc, he admits that reliability was not one of his concerns heading into the Baku race. On my side this year, we haven't had any reliability issues. It's been pure unluckiness and things not going my way, but I see that Charles had a problem in Barcelona and another one here. It's a difficult day for the team, a difficult day for all the Ferrari family, but I'm sure we'll look into it and we'll stay united and keep pushing. It's still a long season ahead. The main issue for Sainz is that his race at the Baku City Circuit was cut short, preventing him from adding consistency to his campaign. He admits that this has been frustrating for him. On my side, it's been extremely difficult to get any kind of momentum. Every time I do a good race, the next race there's something happening. 2022 has been extremely frustrating on that side, but I'm still hoping that one day all this will finish and we start having a smoother time. But despite the difficulties he and Ferrari faced in Azerbaijan, Sainz remains optimistic that they will recover. It's part of the experience and part of the process. I think we've been quite solid as a team this year. There's been some niggles here and there, but I think the team is doing a very good job. Yes, we've run into our first double DNF or double reliability issue, but I think the team is doing a great job. We just need to make sure we stay calm, we stay united, and we react accordingly. We're learning from these kind of mistakes. So, what are your thoughts on yet another disappointing Grand Prix for Ferrari? When will they get a break? Do you believe Red Bull will run away with the championship, or do you believe the Scuderia has what it takes to reel them back in? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos.